So, gymnastic-style leg raise. We do this because it strengthens the abs. We do it because it strengthens the hip flexors. And we do it because it's a great entry-level drill to turn ab strength into L-sits. So if you haven't done much gymnastics training, even if you've got quite strong abs, often when it comes to trying to extend the legs in an L-sit type shape, you won't have the neatness and the tie-in from the abs through the hip flexors through the quads to get that perfect straight leg position. So these are another drill where we can actually train abs and train that position at the same time, and we can break it right down to make it really suitable for beginners. And then of course we do them because they're a great ab exercise, and we always want great ab exercises. Key to this drill is find the angle of spine and the right progression where you can actually get a perfect locked leg every time with style. We don't want anything droopy, we don't want any half-assed reps, and we don't want any losing of spine position. So either you can do your drill perfectly, or you step down for now and you do a slightly easier drill. The stronger you are and the more flexible you are on the hamstrings, the more upright you need to be. The more you struggle with this drill, the more reclined you want to be to start with. The most common version is this. You start on the forearms or elbows off the floor on the hands with a slight flex in the arms. Then it's 3 moves. Firstly, tuck the knees in as you lift the chest. That's to set up the move. Secondly, kick your legs straight with a bit of aggression, lock them out. Hold it. Third move, control to the floor. So we reset by going knees in, chest up. Then kick straight, tense the quads, then control down with your abs. So it's tuck, chest up, just to set it up. Keep that chest up, don't sink down. Then, like you mean it, quads and hip flexors, kick and fight. Tense those quads, then the abs work as we control and tap the floor. Easier here. Harder here. If it's too tough, there is an easier progression. If you feel like you can't do the exercise properly, or if it hurts your back at all, you must regress it. There's no point fighting through back pain on this ab stuff. If you're feeling that, it's only going to get worse. So you've got to find a level where you can actually control your core and make sure the move feels right. So if lowering the legs is too hard, just lower to the point you can control and then tuck back in, or don't even lower them at all, just get used to that top position. So if I'm struggling, I might go from here, really make sure that chest is up. If you get forced down, you're going to start feeling the back. So chest up every time the knees come in, then I'll come tuck, I'll kick, and just learn to contract those quads, keep your chest up, control the core, and then come back in. Chest up, kick, control. When you get a bit better, then you can start coming down. Then I can't control it anymore, so I tuck back in. Kick, go to where you can control, come back in before you feel your back. If you're one of those guys that just doesn't get on with these moves at all, on the one hand, it's worth seeing a physio and getting looked at and seeing if there's something going on in your body, why you can't contract the abs and why you feel your back too much. On the other hand, training wise, Some drills just aren't for everybody. So do this one if it feels right, if it feels good. If it doesn't, do an alternative. We'll have plenty listed. So this 3-step method, tuck, kick, control, is perfect if you're not used to gymnastic stuff and you're not used to getting that leg lock. It's just so important, because what tends to happen is we just don't get straight. We end up just a bit droopy. It's too hard. You can't lift the legs in that position. But if you actually tuck first, get set, and then kick with a bit of aggression, that top position you'll hit will be so much better than you could have done otherwise. So that's why I always start most people on the 3-step version of this: tuck, kick, control. We don't want to see this as the spine gets forced down as you kick up. Don't want to see you nearly on the floor by the end of it. We don't want this. We want a lockout. So if you can't get the lockout, go on an easier angle. If I'm being too ambitious, I'm trying to get too close to my face and I can't do it, that's no good. Go in an easier position so you can get the straight legs and control, because we want to learn to make that position automatic. So first, learn to lock the legs. Secondly, improve your range of motion. If you're really good at these, strong and flexible, they might not be that tough. So you can up your reps, you can up your speed and do them with a bit more rhythm, or you can do it with straight legs. So often I get guys doing sets of 25 instead of our standard sort of 15 on these, and they're really going to do a bit of speed. See if they can keep it neat and controlled that whole time. But advanced guys will often do it the way it's more commonly done in gymnastics, which is with the legs locked throughout. But it's much tougher. So we come up and down. But what we actually want to do with these is do a second pulse at the top, because often you'll find that the hammies kick in and you can only get so far in the first go. But actually, if you go to pull again before you come down, you'll get that little bit further. So here's a few reps of that. Then if you're good enough at this that that's too easy, you can add ankle weights, or you can move on to more challenging things, maybe doing extra core compression or things of that nature.